Talks podcast, and I wanted to address some of the videos from our friends at the Safe Community Safe Kids group. They've got a couple pretty nifty ones out there about their questions about marijuana and the answers their experts decided to give. So as a patient and a caregiver, who better to speak about marijuana, right? Since there isn't anything anybody can really certify me in other than letting me smoke it all the time. She started her video out by discussing Brenda Roche, the one who made this first video about marijuana being addictive. She started out talking about how she's a specialist in neuropsychology and that she's a National Drug Court consultant. So she's dealt with this a lot. And she feels that after having dealt with over 2,000 addicted individuals, that marijuana is addictive, has withdrawal symptoms, and people crave it. Now, people crave anything that makes them feel good. We're all guilty of that one. As far as withdrawal symptoms go, I have yet to come across any, and I use it pretty regularly myself. I mean, granted, I'll get crabby, but usually that's because I'm in pain when I haven't been using it. So it's not necessarily because I'm addicted to anything, but thanks for the concern. She also went on to discuss about how when people are intoxicated with marijuana, they have a distorted perception, impaired coordination, difficulty learning and memory, problem solving, and that research has shown adverse impact on learning and memory that occurs days and weeks after using marijuana. I have myself taken a good deal of prescription medications that have distorted my perception, impaired my coordination, made it difficult to learn and memorize things, impaired my problem solving, and had adverse impact on learning and memory days and weeks after using it. So just because it happens with one thing doesn't mean we need to ban it right away because you're scared of it. But it's okay, thanks for the concern. She also went on to talk about the long-term health consequences of marijuana. Apparently, someone who smokes 5 joints per week may be taking in as many cancer-causing chemicals as someone who smokes a pack a day of filtered cigarettes. Well, I don't know about you guys, but when I smoke a joint, Johnson, Philip Morris, whoever they are now, hasn't touched it before it's touched my lips, so I'm pretty sure that's left out a lot of those chemicals that make cigarettes dangerous. Also, a lot of the resin that you end up getting in your lungs or the other plant things from smoking the marijuana aren't soluble in water, and your lungs are 98% water, and I think most of it you end up coughing up if you cough up anything at all. The majority of the time though, if you have any kind of irritation, we try to use vaporizers or edibles. Those are great alternatives that don't involve smoking. There's always ways around these things, people. Also, apparently, you are at a risk, your risk of heart attack is 5 times higher than usual in the hour after smoking pot. I think the majority of that comes from the paranoia of thinking the federal government is going to crawl up your butt and arrest you because you just smoked marijuana to help relieve some pain. Heart rates increase when anxiety goes up, and thanks to you, we have anxiety when we use our medication. Studies have also shown that associate workers on marijuana smoking had increased absences, tardiness, accidents, workman's comp claims, and job turnovers. We know from research out there we have other effective treatments for all of the different diagnoses of illnesses that people are using medical marijuana for. Depression also causes people to miss a lot of work, to be tardy. Accidents happen. you keep trying to blame everything on marijuana because you don't understand it, and all I think you need is some education. Your videos show how uneducated you really are. Thanks.